Today, I will be analyzing two romantic poets and their powerful use of animals to explore deeper human and philosophical themes. First, we have William Blake, an English romantic poet known for his symbolic spiritual poetry. I'll be focusing on his poem, The Tiger, published in Songs of Experience in 1794. Then we have Robert Burns, the celebrated Scottish poet known for writing in Scots dialect and focusing on ordinary life. I'll be examining his poem To a Mouse, written in 1785 after he accidentally destroyed a mouse while plowing his own field. While both use animals, Blake's tiger and Burns's mouse, not just as creatures but as symbols that reflect on nature, humanity, and existence. These poems both center around animals to express big ideas. The tiger presents the tiger as a symbol of awe and divine mystery, while To a Mouse shows the mouse as a symbol of vulnerability and empathy. Each poem explores the beauty, power, and unpredictability of nature through the lens of romanticism. At their core, both ask us to consider what it truly means to be human through our connection with the natural world. Let's begin with the tiger. The main idea of this poem is to question how creatures as terrifying and majestic as the tiger could be created, especially by the same hand that made gentler beings, such as the lamb. In the first stanza, the speaker admires the tiger's fiery beauty and immediately wonders about its origin. Stanza 2 deepens the mystery, asking if the tiger's creator came from heaven or hell. The third stanza uses strong physical imagery to show the act of creation, emphasizing the power of the creator. In stanza 4, blacksmith imagery suggests the tiger's formation was intense and dangerous. Stanza 5 imagines celestial beings throwing down their spears and shock, hinting at the tiger's moral and cosmic impact. Finally, in stanza 6, the poem repeats the opening lines, leaving us with the haunting, unanswering question, who could create such a being? Romantic elements in the tiger includes the awe of the sublime feeling the tiger inspires, its focus on mystery and emotion over logic, and the use of nature as a mirror for the divine and human complexity. Rhetorical questions show romantic skepticism of absolute truths. So to restate, the tiger explores the mystery of creation and duality in nature, beauty and terror, light and dark. Now let's turn to the mouse, To a Mouse. Now let's turn to the poem, To a Mouse. This poem is based on a simple moment. The speaker accidentally destroys a field mouse home. Burns uses this event to reflect on the shared suffering between humans and animals. The main idea is that both animals and humans suffer from life's unpredictability, and Burns expresses deep empathy for the mouse's fragile state. Stanza 1 opens with a gentle address to the mouse, showing immediate empathy. Stanza 2, the speaker reassures the mouse that he means no harm. Stanza 3 expands to a broader reflection on how humans wrong animals, sharing in their flaws. In stanza 4, he expresses sorrow that the mouse's home is gone right before winter, showing sympathy for his struggle. Stanza 5 points out that despite the mouse's careful planning, fate destroyed everything, showing how uncertain life is. In stanza 6, Burns observes that the mouse lives in the present, unlike humans who carried the burdens of the past and future. Stanza 7 continues this idea, showing how human foresight leads to even more pain. In the final stanza, Burns ends with a powerful message: all living things share vulnerability in the face of fate. The romantic elements in To a Mouse include the use of rural dialect and setting, its strong emotional bond between man and nature, and its criticism of rationalism, showing that even with planning, nature and emotion still rule. To restate, To a Mouse expresses sorrow and kinship between a man and a mouse, reminding us that all living creatures suffer under life's uncertainty. In closing, while the tiger wrestles with the majesty and mystery of creation, To a Mouse offers a more intimate view of nature's fragility. Both poems reflect key romantic ideals: the power of emotions, the complexity of nature, and the belief that nature holds a mirror to our inner truths. Blake takes a cosmic symbolic approach. Burns finds the universal in the everyday. Whether it's the fierce tiger of the timid or whether it's the fierce tiger or the timid mouse, both poems remind us that nature is not just around us, it is a reflection of our fears, hopes, and shared humanity. In the Romantic tradition, Blake and Burns challenge us to wonder endlessly, and to recognize the profound connection between all living things. Thank you for listening to my two poem analysis, and goodbye, Miss T. Ham.